Hello and welcome back to CodeSure, a place to learn about medical coding and billing. Today we're going to continue our work with the CDC Browser Tool and review the External Causes of Injuries Index. But as always, we'll also be double checking with the ICD-10-CM codebook and make sure our codes match. Let's get started. The External Causes of Injuries table is one of the shorter tables found in the ICD-10 codebook. This allows you to identify the cause of the patient's injury. Often, rather than referring to the patient in the External Cause of Injuries Index, the code will refer to the victim. We're going to start by using the ICD-10 Browser Tool, review the cause of the injury, and match our results with the ICD-10 codebook. So, let's get started. Here you see under the two entry fields your four tables that you can search through the CDC Browser Tool. You see the external causes of injury there listed as number 2. We'll be looking for a number to appear in the gray circle, which will indicate the number of terms we find based upon our search term. Let's give it a try. In the search field for terms, let's enter the word collision. C-O-L-I-S-I-O-N. We're going to be looking for a car and truck collision with our patient as the passenger in the car. As you scroll down, you see traffic victims, mode of transportation, not otherwise specified, collision between a car and a truck, V87.4. That looks very promising to me. Let's see what it returns. Let's go to the ICD-10 Browser Tool and search the External Causes of Injuries Index. You can see the external causes of injuries found below the search term field with the gray circle following the text. Let's enter the term collision, C-O-L-L-I-S-I-O-N. Hit enter. Let's see what we get. Oh goodness, and you see there, the index for external causes of injuries has 1,861 returns. Let's search for a collision in which our patient was the passenger between a car and a truck. So this will be a traffic collision. Let's scroll down to traffic. Victim's mode of transportation, that's our patient, a car, and a truck. This looks like it, V87.4. Let's see how that returns. And here we have person injured in collision between car and heavy transport vehicle. Our legend gives us some information. Let's look at our note. Note V87-4.4. This is an external cause of morbidity. There's a 7th character used. If this is the initial encounter, then we will put A as the 7th character. Because this code has only 3 characters, 487.4, we know the .4 must be followed by 2 X's if we are to use a 7th character. Let's look at our excludes note. It's an excludes 1. V87 accident, a specific type, but victim's mode of transportation is unknown. Collision involving pedal cycle or pedestrian. So we know the victim's mode of transportation is a car. So we are at the right code, V87.4, and if this is the initial encounter, it's going to be V87.4XXA. The search term we used in the CDC Browser Tool was collision. Let's look up the term collision in the ICD-10-CM codebook. Collision advises us to see also accident, transport. So this is an example of having to be a little more knowledgeable or savvy when you use the ICD-10-CM codebook than when you use the CDC Browser Tool. I mean, of course you can turn to collision and then turn to accident. And with a little experience, that's exactly what you'll do. But no harm done, because now we found our term collision, and we're going to go to accident as the category and see what we find. Let's take a look. And on the very first page of the external causes of injuries table, we find the largest category, accident. Let's start here. What type accident was this? It was a traffic accident, and we know that's where we need to search. Here you see the term victim's mode of transportation. That's the same thing as patient, and I'm not sure why they call him victim. But we know that the patient or the victim was in a car, and they had a collision with a truck. That looks like our code, V87.4. Let's search the term cat scratch. C-A-T, new word, S-C-R-A-T-C-H. When you search that term, you see you have returned codes found both in the index to diseases and injuries and in the external causes of injuries. This is not all that uncommon, but we know that we're looking for the external causes of injuries, and we find there are 6 codes there. You will find a topical reference to index to diseases and injuries in the gray bar under the search terms, and to external causes of injuries of index. We know that we're looking for external causes, so we're going to link to cat scratch, W55.03, and see if that works for us. And here we have our CDC Browser Tool return, scratched by a cat, W55.03. We've got our legend and our notes. I think we've got the right code. We just need to enter it. Let's do a comparison check with the ICD-10-CM manual, cat scratch. Look under the category cat, and there's scratch, W55.03. I think we got it. Thanks for joining me. I think we had a quick review of how to use the ICD-10 Browser Tool for the external causes of injuries, and we took a quick look at what you can find in the ICD-10-CM codebook. Certainly this is one of the shortest tables and probably the easiest tables to master, so it made it a little more fun for me. I hope it was for you too. Thanks for joining. Next time we're going to look at the CDC Browser Tool and how it works with the table of drugs and chemicals. Of course, as always, we'll take a quick peek at the ICD-10-CM codebook as well. Thanks again. See you next time.